Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Jenny Harris, and today I have the absolute pleasure of interviewing a fabulous woman who I met probably about 3 years ago now. Her name is Sharon Louca. So I'm not going to talk about me because this really is about her. And what I'm trying to do is just to help small business owners in this unprecedented time that we're all facing to get themselves and their businesses out in front of you. And we all know that people buy from people that they know, like and trust. So these interviews will give you the opportunity to not only just see the face behind the business, but just learn a little bit more about them and actually what they do. And when this is all over, how they can help you too. So Sharon, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be here. How are you enjoying our stay-at-home process right now?
I'm getting used to it. Hi everybody, and thanks Jenny for doing this. I think it's fabulous what you're doing to help all the local businesses. So yeah, I'm getting used to being at home. I'm quite enjoying it, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's quite nice not to be rushing around. My normal day-to-day involves a lot of rushing about. So yeah, just having that bit of quieter time, I'm making the most of it.
Brilliant. Okay then, Sharon. So, as we said, I'm going to ask you some questions. I don't know the answers to these questions. So just tell us a little bit about who is Sharon Louca? What is it that you do? What do we need to know about you?
Okay, right. Well, as I say, I'm Sharon Louca. I am not ashamed to say I'm 50 years old. I celebrated my 50th birthday last August. I started my celebrations in July, finished about the end of September. So I really milked it for as long as I could. I've run my own business now for 11 years. Before that, I worked in my husband's business. We worked together for 3 years. So I've been involved in managing the day-to-day of a small business for over 14 years. I'm a mum. Got two fantastic boys. Jack will be 21 next month. Cameron's 16. He's just finished school earlier than expected. So he won't have to do his exams, which is a bit mixed feeling. He's quite relieved that he hasn't got the stress of doing his exams, but I think it's a shame that he's not going to get his time to shine and really put his stamp on what he could have actually achieved. So but yeah, I also have a property portfolio. I don't know whether you know this, Jenny.
No, I didn't know that.
No, if you did. Yeah, over the years we've had several properties in the UK. I've also got 2 properties in Cyprus. So yeah, I do that as well, managing obviously all that side of things. So yeah, that's me very briefly in a nutshell.
Okay, so tell me about I didn't know about your property portfolio. I might be talking to you about those Cyprus properties on another, as a side. But so tell me, what is your day-to-day business? How do you help people on a day-to-day? What is it that you do?
Okay. I basically help and support businesses who are looking to get more organised, looking to grow, people who need support. When we all start out in our business, we very often have that passion, that idea that we really want to do something. We want to work for ourselves, and we tend to pick something we're good at or something we enjoy. But all the other stuff that comes along with running a business, all the admin side, is very often things that people don't enjoy doing or aren't particularly good at. And that's where I come in and help there. So basically I help people to just keep on top of all the things that you need to be doing, whether that's down to just the general admin side of your business, whether it's help with your marketing, whether it's looking at the way you work, your processes, your systems, all that sort of thing. That's how I help my clients to be more organised, have a better work-life balance. So it means that they're not working evenings, weekends. They do still have time for a life and time with their family as well. So yeah, I'm there to help and support and help them to be more successful.
Awesome. So how do you do that? So you say you're there to help them. Do you go into their businesses? Do you take the work away? What is it that you do? How do you do it?
Okay. Predominantly, yes, I do. I've got my own offices in Tamworth, so I work from there and support them remotely. Other clients that I work with, I also work with larger organisations, so going in and putting in certified management systems with them. So that does involve more that I do need to be in their premises to do that. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixture of both, really.
Brilliant. So it all sounds very exciting. What type of clients do you work with? Who are the kind of people who you say you work with a mixture of people, but who are your kind of bread and butter, day-to-day people that you can absolutely help, that would benefit from your type of service?
Yeah, the people I love working for are the smaller businesses. I love working with women. So yeah, where I can, I support women in business, but generally people who are small business owners who really, that everything sort of falls on their shoulders, or they might have a small team, but still they are pretty stretched in their day-to-day and just need that extra sort of support, extra pair of hands to just keep them organised, keep everything ticking over nicely, and supporting them, and that's where I come in.
Okay, so am I right in thinking then? So things like I don't know, I don't know. Tell me the kind of tasks that you, because you say support, and I
Yeah,
get what that
yeah.
means. And for you, that might sound that's just what you do. But for someone like me who's thinking, okay, so she says she can support me. How?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
tasks do you undertake?
Yeah, well, basically, over the years, I have done everything from basic accounts, invoicing, chasing money, managing emails, managing diaries. So real sort of day-to-day admin tasks.
Okay.
When I rebranded my business at the end of last year, so I basically really looked at what I enjoyed doing, and that's where it came more into looking at the systems and processes of how people work. So that's sort of become more into the larger organisations that I go into. That came about when I started working with a business partner, and we set up a separate company to do the bigger stuff, the certified management systems. And I've really enjoyed the work I've done with that, with the larger organisations. And I decided that I wanted to be able to offer that sort of structure and the really good elements and basically the right way of running a business. I wanted to be able to help smaller businesses to implement those sort of principles into their business. So that would help them just to be more secure, really. When you're a small business, everything does tend to fall on your shoulders, and very much if you're a one-man band, if you're ill, what happens then? Who's gonna carry on and run your business if you're not able to? So it's really just looking at all those sort of things and just putting that structure into your business. So that's how I help. I look at the way people work, look at the process. So we might document the way they're working and put processes in place so that when they're growing their business and they're taking on extra people, at least then everybody's working to the same ways of working, same standards. And it just means, especially from the small business point of view, when you bring people into your business, you tend to feel you're losing that bit of control. Whereas if you're setting your standards and your processes and putting those all in place, having them written down, when you take on extra staff, everybody knows what they need to be doing and how you want it done, basically. And that's where I help the businesses to do that.
Okay, good. So an example of that, so say for argument's sake, I set up my business tomorrow, and I wanted some support. So I contacted you. What would you come in? Walk me through the type of things that you'd be looking at and the type of things that you could, like, hands-on help. What you do you know what I mean? Because I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm not really getting clear on what it is that if I rang you and said, Sharon, I want your services, what are you going to walk through the door or remotely do for me? So I heard you mention something about emails. So what kind of practical things do you do? So I understand systems and processes, but what does it look like?
Yeah. I mean, as I say, early days, I was really hands-on in getting involved. So if somebody did need help with sending out their invoices, if they needed help with chasing their money and things like that, that was very much part of the role I was playing. But as I say, more now, I'm more looking at the sort of the development of the business, that side of things, and just sort of sitting and finding out what their goals are, what their plans are, what they need to implement to take them from where they are now to where they want to go. And then I basically become a part of their team to help them the tasks that they need doing. We look at what they're able to do themselves, what my sort of skill set, obviously from a technology point of view, and systems and things that I use. So I'm proficient in Microsoft Office, email marketing platforms, social media. I've been helping clients with their social media, so helping them to posting, scheduling, getting their message and branding out there. So that's the sort of things that I can help with. Does that
Cool.
answer it a bit more?
Yeah, that does. Well, there's no point, us not getting that message. So
No.
as what is.
And it is. I'm a very sort of hands-on person, and it is working with my clients and what they need.
Yeah.
So I am sort of adaptable. So it is quite hard because of the sort of the wide sort of offering that I have to actually say, no, I only do this, because I am there to help and support them to grow their business and be more successful, basically.
Brilliant. So do you have any kind of, when you say they talk about their goals and their plans, are you able to help with that? Are you able to help people with, if they say, my goal, say I want to have a goal, my first year of a £500,000 turnover, but I don't really, and you kind of got like a sketchy plan, would you be able to help, like put some meat on the bones?
A client I started working with at the beginning of the year, he basically had lots and lots of ideas, but things weren't moving forward. And he recognised that he'd got the creative side, he knew what he wanted to achieve, but he was struggling to get there because he either got distracted or he didn't quite see everything through. So what we did, we sat down, we had a meeting, he told me what all his plans were. Then I basically set up, we just used some free online software, which was like a project management tool. And I did a step-by-step each week, what he needed to do to action each of these goals. So he needed to source a venue, he needed to promote it, he needed to work out pricing, what he needed and what have you. So I basically did a step-by-step plan that I was...
I've lost the sound.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I lost the sound. I was thinking, oh, what's happened? Yeah, no. So I heard the point, step-by-step plan.
Yeah, so basically, implementing a step-by-step plan that he knew what he was doing, when he needed to do it. I still had access to the plan as well, so I could see when he completed the tasks, and if he wasn't keeping to them, I'd just send him a little note or a little message and say, right, this is what you said you were doing today. What's going on? Why haven't you done it? So I'm a good neighbour as well.
You held him accountable.
I did.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
I'm waiting to start working with another client who, she doesn't need me for the plan, but she needs me basically just to keep her accountable. Just brilliant. That other person to say, I've got to report to you at X date to say I have achieved X, Y, and Z. So I'm all up for that sort of thing as well.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. So we've really drilled down into what you do, what your business is. So what are you passionate about? What gets you up in the morning? And then tell me a little bit about your kind of like daily routine for Sharon.
Okay. Yeah. I am passionate, you should probably tell, about helping people. That I think that's my sort of calling in life, is that I am here to help. I get a lot of satisfaction out of seeing other people succeed and making other people happy. I am driven by money. I do like the nice things in life. I'm not afraid, and I know we're on the same page there, Jenny. So I'm not afraid to say that. I have got a 5 and a 10-year plan. So I need to work hard to make sure those things happen, and they involve me being in the sunshine. So very much so. I am a morning person, fortunately. I like to get up and do my exercise, whether it's cardio. I've recently got into yoga, which I'm really enjoying. Occasionally I do meditation, don't always have the time. It's something I think I'm getting more into a routine. Being at home now means that we can sort of, all these intentions and things we want to do, we've now got the time, so we can actually start to implement some of these. So
brilliant. And when you're not being in your business and you're not exercising, what is it about you? What are the things that you like to? I know you don't mind a glass of bubbles. So what do you like to do when you have the time, when you're not in work, and what's that look like?
I love, yeah, spending times with friends, going out, love shopping.
Yeah.
So yeah, always up for shopping. That
Brilliant.
does make me
Oh,
happy.
I like shopping too, so that's always good. It's always good. Okay, so my next question for you is, you said you rebranded your business at the end of last year, and I knew what your business was before. So, what impact do you now want to have with your business and your brand over the next 3 to 5 years?
I haven't really mentioned so far that obviously I have got office premises, which I know you know about. So in 2013, I took on a suite of offices that I fully refurbished and turned it into a business centre. So I've got 4 offices and a large meeting room. So when I did my rebrand at the end of last year, I decided the offices had actually been full for a couple of years and my tenants were moving out. So I decided, right, what can I do now? Do I get new people in, or what shall I do? And I basically decided to turn my offices into a hub for women in business. So what I thought was, I know that there's a lot of people that I meet through networking who are home-based businesses who would perhaps really benefit. And I know from women who have come and visited the offices in the past that just having that dedicated time for them to be in a quiet place, away from all the distractions of home, and somewhere where they can really sort of focus on whether it's a task in their business or just focus on planning where they're going with their business. But just having that dedicated space away from the home would be really beneficial. And obviously, if there's other women working there at the same time, then that's giving them that bit of community, other women to mix with, and basically just get out the house and meet new people. So that's what I've decided to do for the office side of things. I also run anyway events from there. I've got people coming in running workshops. I do my own monthly networking, as you know, because you've been. So I've got a ladies group that we meet once a month, and that's a fantastic, really supportive group. So that's another offering that would be available to any women who come along to the offices as well. So that's my sort of plan going forward for that side. And then the Sharon Louca Limited supporting business growth is basically, I want to support, again, predominantly women, but not just women, but basically people who are looking to take their business from where it is now just to that next level and are perhaps a bit fearful, don't really know how to do it, or don't have the skills to do certain things, and just want that extra pair of hands, another pair of eyes on their business, and somebody who they can brainstorm with, support them, and just help them to put those steps in place that they need to do to take it there.
Oh, it all sounds fabulous. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So what is your favorite way to relax? What do you do? Yeah, I think I've kind of touched on that a little bit, but when you have some spare time, I know you like to travel, which you can't do right now. None of us can. We're all grounded. But what do you like to do in your spare time when you have some?
Yeah, so it is very much around family. I'm loving the fact that my boys are at home all the time, which is a real novelty because normally they're off out enjoying themselves with their friends and what have you. So it's nice having time with the family. I'm trying to get out into my garden. I've got a greenhouse at the bottom of the garden. I haven't been in that for a couple of years. So perhaps this summer now, as I can't go anywhere, that'll get sorted out and perhaps grow a few things. But yeah, I love reading, box sets on the TV, and yeah, just socialising really. So
you're a bit of a social bunny. You're very good at that. Very good. So how can people get in touch with you?
Okay, they can connect with me on LinkedIn. They can follow me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Sharon Louca Limited. They can drop me an email. My email address is sharon@sharonlouca.co.uk. Louca is Louca. I have got a free offer actually at the moment that I haven't mentioned, but I am, because of obviously the times that we're in at the moment, I am offering a free 30-minute strategy call to anybody who is just wondering where they're going, what they're going to do at the moment because of how things are. I've done a couple in the last week with people who I do know their businesses. So I've just sort of suggested a couple of different ways of them working, which I think sometimes when you're that close in your business, you can't always, you're so used to doing something in a certain way that it's hard to see any other difference. So I think I've already sort of, and I know one of the ladies I spoke to has already put steps in place to put some different ways of working in from the conversation that we've had. So if there's anybody out there who just fancies a chat about their business and different ways of working through this crisis, then yeah, happy to talk to them.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, Sharon. It's been absolutely brilliant to learn so much more about you that I didn't know, and also thank you for that free offer. I'm sure we'll have many, many people taking you up on that. Is it a limited, is there a time end for this? Because you don't want to be...
No. I mean, I was offering it before this happened anyway. So it was just something that when I did my rebrand, I thought, right, why not offer something where just an opportunity to connect and talk to more people. So
brilliant. And also one other quick thing, when you say, before we end, I've just remembered, you said about the office space. How do people access that, and what kind of how do you work that out? What kind of, is there a weekly rate, hourly rate, daily rate? How do they book that space?
We can work on an hourly, half day, daily rate, whichever. I'm trying to make it affordable basically because the people that I'm looking to attract are people who wouldn't want to be tied into monthly leases, rents, that sort of thing. So making it affordable. I mean, I've had offers running where if they're booking sort of 2 or 3 days at a time, then it's as little as £20 a day. So for the cost of a couple of cups of coffee and a piece of cake in Costa, they can come and work for the day, and I'll keep them supplied in tea and coffee as much as they want. So there's free parking on site and free Wi-Fi as well. So yeah, it'd be lovely to see some more people when we're allowed out and we can get back to the
Well,
office.
I'll definitely be booking my space, you know I will be. So
yeah, it's lovely to see you.
Lovely. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And I hope this, just gets you in front of a few more people. But thanks for your time.
Thank you for doing it.
Take care.
Thanks, Jenny.